Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Tuesday the 28th of February. Thanks for joining me. I want to use the Robin Wood Tarot for today's reading for this last day of the month. So I'm just going to shuffle these and choose three to see what's coming up here. I just found these in a suitcase. I used to have two of these decks, and they both disappeared for a while, and I'm really glad I rediscovered these today. So let's see. First card is the Five of Cups, which is grief and disappointment. Then we've got the Seven of Cups, hopes and dreams for the future. And the Queen of Cups, the woman who is able to tend to her own hopes and dreams, and she's able to manifest them and she's able to realize them. Wow, so this is a wonderful day where you're really in touch with your own feelings. We've got all this water here. And that allows you to heal something that feels like a wound from the past or a disappointment or something that has happened to you, an experience that makes you feel like things won't work in the now because of that experience. What's interesting about the Five of Cups is it's a lot about perspective, because we've got three cups that have spilled and we've got two cups which are still upright. And then we've got this person just shrouded in black, just mourning and grieving. And from the reaction, it's like, this isn't wine, blood must have been spilled, because it's just, otherwise it would be so over the top. So that's the first thing I'm getting from this today, is that with the Five of Cups, there is a tendency to overreact or to look at a situation that is maybe less than ideal, but to really like blow it out of proportion and say, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever. So there's a tendency to see the negative and to want to make it bigger and to expand on it. The other thing with these two cups still standing, the thing that's always missing from the Five of Cups is this person, yes, they've lost something. Of course, that grief has its own rhythm and things. But there are still things that are upright, that are working, that are good, that are serving your life. So with the Five of Cups, an attitude of gratitude is really important, because that's what gets you out of it. It's, okay, but this morning I'm going to get up and I'm going to be grateful for the fact that I do have a bed to sleep in, that I now have, you know, a purpose to work at that I enjoy. It's really trying to reframe a negative outlook by deliberately turning it on its head and saying, yes, everything is terrible or feels out of control, but actually I have a family who supports me, I have all these things that I can be grateful for. And I feel that's a good way to shift it. Now the Five of Cups, this is someone who's actively mourning here and is in the process. But the Seven of Cups comes after, and this is someone who's now let go. There's no kind of looking towards the past. It's all about looking into the clouds and seeing what could come next. So to me, that says you're able to master this. You're able to overcome a tendency to catastrophize. That was the word I was looking for earlier. To, you know, overreact, to catastrophize something. And instead, because you master this and you don't go into doom and gloom mode, you do flip it on its head and you're able to say, listen, I want to look at the hopes and dreams I have for my future. In this card, you can see this, oh, the hairs are clouds. They look the same. Okay, so someone who's kind of opening her own realms of imagination, and she's asking herself, what's important to me? A chalice represents something good and sustaining in your life. It holds water, it holds life, it nurtures you. So here we've got a dragon. I would say that's the desire for power. Then we've got the jewels. Do I want to be rich beyond my wildest dreams? Then we have this wreath. Do I want to be a political leader and have great influence? The mask. Do I want to be a great actor? Do I want to be super wise? Do I just want to be in love and celebrate the good things? Or do I want a house and security and a home? So she's really in a spot where she's saying, do you know what? I manage my life very well. I'm able to feed myself and overcome difficulties and manage my own expectations, but I feel so strong and inspired on this day via all this water, so the connection to the higher self and the guides and the angels, they're asking me to stop for a moment and to consider what actually is important to me. Because I've just turned a corner here somewhere, I've really let go of something that now creates a vacuum, a space that a new dream can occupy. And the cards are deliberately saying, please pay attention to what you've let go of, because now you can replace it with something even better. And before you take action to manifest and to build and to do the legwork, take a moment to decide what in the here and now is important to you. You know, maybe when you were 15, you wanted a giant limousine and to be wealthy. And now at 45, love is more significant. But I feel it's kind of important to check in with ourselves, because we do change despite ourselves, don't you think? I've noticed that in my life, that changes have happened within me that, where did they come from? Like, you know, just willy-nilly change. So what's important to you right now at this point in your life? The Queen of Cups. What's interesting about the Queen of Cups, her cup is always the most glorious. The cups are usually pretty normal. They're quite elaborate here because you're investing dreams into it, which makes them richer. But the Queen of Cups, hers is usually a trophy. And the reason for that is she invests so much into her hopes and dreams that the love she holds and what is kind of held inside of her, like the inner world is so rich and prosperous and abundant, the cup needs to reflect that. It's not just a little tankard now, it's a beautiful trophy just because of how much she's put into it. And that's what the Queen of Cups is very good at. She's able to put her love and pour her love into other people and into her own hopes and dreams, into the world. And everything she touches becomes richer and more beautiful and more nurturing. I often associate the Queen of Cups with the Reiki healer because it's exactly that. It's channeling this spiritual energy, this spiritual power that she has into someone else in order to heal them. And here she's got this beautiful cloak with all the ocean and a little baby there and a fish. So she really is the master of hopes and dreams. And the fact that we've got these two encouraging you, please look at what your hopes and dreams are. An issue that was there is no longer there. So let the Queen of Cups help you to create a trophy in your own life. Oh, wow, so that adds another element, because let's say you pick this, and the Queen of Cups helps you to manifest that castle. So manifestation work, the way it works for me, is you don't just say, okay, I'm gonna get a castle one day. I'm gonna get a letter in the post saying that you own a castle now. That to me doesn't really, that's rare. That someone says my dream is to have a castle and then poof, it just appears. Usually it's, yes, I want a castle. I've made the decision. And I'm sorry if this sounds silly, me explaining this, but you make that decision and you dream the dream. And then what happens by dreaming the dream, you start to get little tidbits of information get dropped into your head by the higher realms. And it's by listening to those bits of information and doing something about them, that's the way you then manifest it. So it's getting the dream, then letting the Queen of Cups deliver the actual hows and what's, like, of how you're actually going to get there. And yeah, that's the way to do it. So I don't think it's a one-step process where you just imagine something and poof. I think it's a 3-steps process. Dream the dream, listen, and then do. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but what I was trying to say earlier is that if she has a trophy and her cup is much bigger and more beautiful than all the other cups, then of course it's going to hold a lot more of whatever you've chosen. It's not just any old dream. This is like, it can be the dream of your life. Okay, so number-wise, we've got 5. and 1 is 6. 6 and 7 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4, and 4 is structure and security in numerology. So you're not just building anything that's here today, gone tomorrow. This isn't a flash in the pan. This is really an important process, because whatever you dream and manifest and build for yourself is going to be there for a long, long time. And that's great, because then it will support you in your life. I love it. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to audio reading with me. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.